I'm one of the co-founding directors, and James Leckie and Matthew, my other two partners, are both here with me today. You can find me there on Twitter. My first 5 minutes here is really just going to go through some background information on the company, let you know a little bit about us. We are on Twitter. If you haven't followed us, we are pretty active on social media, so feel free to get involved there. A little bit of house keeping. If you haven't already figured it out, there are bathrooms over there. Feel free to get up at any point in time to get some more food or drinks, that type of thing. They're there for you. And if you haven't already, also if you could turn your phones on silent, that would be great. So today's agenda, we're going to, as I mentioned, a bit of quick information. Then I'm going to hand over to James. James is going to go through our version 14.5 demo. We've then got Tim from Synergetic, who's going to go through some of the up-to-date sort of work in progress with Synergetic system and the Icon project. And then we've got both Nathan Hutchins from Genazzano and David Howard from St Michael's going to go through some showcases and just show you a little bit about how they're using the system in the classroom. And then we're going to have a little bit of time for Q&A afterwards. So firstly, a big thank you to all of you. I know that it's asking a lot to take the time out of the day to come along, but congratulations for caring about how software like Schoolbox...
Excuse me, would Miss Lincoln please contact Student Services? Miss Lincoln?
Can help you with your schools. That's okay. Thanks, Lemma. And thank you for our customers. There are a few in the room today with Victor and Michael, and we're really glad to have you along and to see you supporting us as you always do. And also thank you to Murray, who joins us on the double over there. And thank you to both Nikki and Anton from Tabar. They've been able to come in and set this up today. They did have some brochures over there they'd like to mention of this particular product, which I think we can all get fairly distracted with. It's pretty amazing stuff. So yeah, thanks so much for taking the time, Murray, as well, for joining us. Murray is one of our customers, FYI. And thank you so much for Jen for hosting today's event. Genazzano has been a client for the last couple of years. We're really privileged to have the opportunity to invite you here today. So there are some new faces in the room. We're looking forward to meeting each and every one of you and spending some time talking about how we might be able to work together. Just a quick hands up of who, other than our customers obviously, who has heard of Schoolbox but hasn't necessarily seen it before. Yeah. All right, that's you. All right, cool. Well, thank you. Well, a little bit of background information then. This product was created back in 2002 at Melbourne Grammar, where James was working at the time, and Synergetic had actually, very recently been rolled out at the school. And Schoolbox has been designed as an all-in-one LMS portal and intranet, so a real virtual learning environment. And where a lot of those other traditional kind of learning management systems may have spawned out of tertiary-based requirements or government commercial spaces, that type of thing, our system's been designed specifically for K-12 schools. So that's all we do. It's our whole customer base are all schools, just like Genazzano or the schools you represent today. And the system can be both self or cloud hosted. A lot of our schools are still hosted on site, and that affords us a lot of live integration with those existing student administration systems and authentication platforms, network drives, all that type of thing. Although that's changing, and we can support a lot of that remotely now as well. So we do a lot of live integration with student management systems, particularly our strength is with Synergetic system. It does afford us through a partnership that we've been able to forge with Tim and his partners, we are able to keep our companies working to further integrate those systems and provide leading forms of integration across your data. Okay, so we are also Australian based. We're based in Camberwell, just down the road, and this is our team. So they're the people that you would either know or become familiar with as you interact with our company. And we're currently, we've just hit 49 schools. This little graph, which is really small, is just a bit of a demonstration of that really the last couple of years have seen us grow very rapidly. We've got a very good customer base in Victoria, obviously being our home state as well, but are supporting a national customer base. And some of the stats, we actually have over 100,000 users at the moment. There's over 50 schools currently trialling the system around the country and internationally. And what that means is it's really just a growing community of users who are looking to really help transform their schools using our software. And these are these three core areas, as you can see, everywhere, 3 circles. Really, we focus specifically on communication, collaboration, and learning management. So we don't really duplicate any of those school management or student management type functions that you need in your school. And so we partner with the likes of Synergetic to really deliver that whole school solution in terms of student management right through LMS and communication and collaboration. And our system's entirely web-based, so you just open it up in any of your browsers, on your phones, on your tablets. It does just work. And whether you're currently like a one-to-one or whether you're BYOD or moving into one of those other kind of device paradigms, our system's going to support that and make that pretty seamless. And our functionality is very wide. It's broken down what we think into these 6 categories best represent it all. So those 3 core terms like communication, collaboration and learning, but also lots of tools to help create and manage content and information and your users, and lots of integration as well. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see all of these words, but it's a fairly wide feature set. I think that's in each of the brochures as well. But you can see we do focus heavily on that integration side as well, with things like Active Directory and single sign-on through services like SAML and a range of others. So why are we here today? Well, pretty much we're here to learn, network, and get some, and we're here to get feedback from you. To learn a bit about some of the more recent features and updates that have been made to the system. We just released our latest version 14.5 today. That's been 6 months in development. To network with other peers and to gather some intelligence about our system and how it might be used. But there's a really more fundamental reason that we're here, and that's because I think that most people would agree that technology really, when managed properly, can have a pretty profound impact on teaching and learning. And students obviously can now connect with each other and with their learning tools and with all the information that moves through your schools on pretty much any of their devices in ways that we couldn't really imagine when we were growing up. And so I think that everyone here is on a bit of a journey, and we're here to support that journey as well. And today the idea is to demonstrate how some of that more powerful impact that a system like Schoolbox can have on your schools and the way that you teach and learn. So I guess it's over to James. James is actually the original creator of this system. So let's give him a warm welcome and thanks again for listening.